Hello guys, my name is Tan Bungazana and I will be presenting to you my basic research principles assignment. Um, so just a bit of the knowledge part. According to American sociologist L. Robert Babby, he said research is a systematic inquiry that uses both inductive and deductive methods to describe and explain, predict and control the observed phenomenon. So in this PowerPoint, I will examine the two types of research methods used in sport studies, qualitative and quantitative research. I will make sure to dissect each of these research methods and discuss the advantages and disadvantages throughout the PowerPoint, and also just to show why they are used in sport and the limitations and the strengths to it. So firstly, we are going to look at quantitative research. When we're looking at quantitative research, quantitative data is defined as numerical data that can only be measured and counted. Quantitative data is normally collected through methods such as statistics, surveys, and experiments. There are several different types of collection methods that can be used for quantitative data such as surveys, experiments, and psychological measures. We're now going to look at the strengths of quantitative research. With quantitative research, there are a lot of advantages to it. One of the first advantages is the flexibility of it. The data collection analysis process can always be adapted to new ideas or patterns that can emerge. So what this entitles to us is that whenever new research is done, because there's been a immense amount of researches that have been done, there can always be new ways to look at this type of data, and researchers can always develop it and can use it for the task that they are completing. So I mean that the data is reliable. When we're looking at the second strength of it is there's a generation of new ideas. What I mean by this is the usage of the same data in different types of research can sometimes become undermining and insufficient. So new researchers and new people underpinning new quantitative research, perfections and data are also able to establish new concepts, meaning that there's always new things that can be added on that other people can always use. When we were looking at the weaknesses of quantitative research, one of them is they're not reliable because you cannot go back to the participant after they have carried out a survey. Because on survey, you don't tend to put on your full information. It's probably just first, second name, don't put your address or anything. So when they do finish off the servers, if they do want to ask questions, they might not be able to ask any questions, just because they haven't got the data to ask these people that have carried this out. Which can mean that data is unreliable and insufficient. It can also be biasness, that's the second weakness. The collection, which is the collection and interpretation of quantitative data, can always be influenced by this. This could be because the person carrying out the survey is for what the research is about, or against it, so they might go against it for it, which means there'll be a lot of biasness into it. When we're looking at qualitative research, this is a type of data that's collected and analysed in a non-numerical form. When we're looking at examples of it, this could be videos, photographs, audios. Quantitative data is also used in sociology and psychology. In psychology, this could be when you're looking at a group that suffer from anxiety or depression, and they collect the data and they try finding out how many people in the class, how many people in the lecture have been suffering from it, and it's always a good way to carry out that type of data. When we're looking at the strengths of qualitative research, it's very flexible. Depending on the type of research that's been carried out, researchers can always be flexible and ask different type of questions, and it allows researchers to look at these questions in a different perspective, which then means that they're able to bring new ideas to the table. And the second one is new insights, which means qualitative data can generate new insights and hypotheses that can be further tested with quantitative data. When we're looking at weaknesses of qualitative research, one same as the quantitative, there could be biasness, just due to the topic of the question of the research. This could be because they're for it, they're against it, which could mean we don't have inadequate information showing us if it's true or not. And the last weakness, it could be very time consuming, because it really requires in-depth engagement with the data and often involves iterative processes. Thank you. I will attach my reference at the end.